Who are you?
I'm Joe Hicks.
And what is it you do, Joe Hicks?
I I do peer support at Recovery Resources.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Well, I don't know. A week for me kind of looks like case management, right? I try to help dudes get the documentation they need. Try to help them figure out stuff about their driver's license.
It's like the bulk of what you do.
The majority of it, yeah. I also do house checks, drug screens, monitor the group chats, all the fun stuff.
Yeah. Well, to an outsider, so to speak, that doesn't necessarily know the importance of monitoring a group chat, or that there are 11, 12, 15
Yeah,
group chats with
there are
10,
several.
yeah. Or the importance of house checks, why those are important, right? But also, you can't just hire anyone into that position. So what it is for you that makes you, in your eyes, qualified to do what you do?
So for me, I was in the program for 22 months. Right, I was in Sullivan County Recovery Court, and I don't know what makes me feel like special is that I can relate to a lot of dudes that are going through that type of system. Like just be that guy that could be like, dude, if I could do it, like, trust me, you can do it too. So.
So
Yeah.
it's like you have all your job duties, but the
Mhm.
reason you're able to do those is because of the work that you've also put in. I guess you would say work, or just lifestyle, or the way that you live your life, the character of human that you are. I think that's a lot of what peer support is, though, isn't it? Is like modeling
Yeah, just
behavior.
living by example. Just be someone that someone else can look up to.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
So that would be a long, vague answer of why this is important to you. But I will ask you after you answering that, why is this job important to you? Why is what you do important to you?
So there was a lot of people that I used to still look up to them, right? There was a lot of people that were in my shoes right now for me when I was brand new, right? That helped me get my driver's license, right? That I could go and talk to them about certain stuff like the death of my mother or my first relationship in sobriety, right? It was, and I looked up to them, right? And I wanted to do what they did, right? I wanted to do that for the next guy, right?
So here you are,
Yeah.
doing that for the next guy. Do you have any moments that stick out to you that have been like your favorite as being an employee? Something you've got to experience that stands out?
Oh man. When I first got here, I was doing a house check over at Lawson, and this guy, he's awesome, right? He's just always got a smile on his face. His name's David, right? And man, he asked me if I could help him figure out what was going on with his driver's license, right? And I was like, yeah, sure, I would love to do that, right? And we figured out it was suspended in North Carolina, right? And I personally thought that like it would just be a forever type thing, right? And 3 weeks ago, I took him to get his license, got him reinstated, right? He took the written test, passed it first time. Dude, he was sitting at the dining room table every day for 4 or 5 days reading that book, just to over and over and over, just trying to get it. And Next day, took him back for the road test. Now he's got a driver's license, man. It's really cool knowing that I could be the guy that like helped somebody do that, right? Because I remember for me, like, whenever I was trying to get my license back, right, I thought like, dude, this is too much. Like, they don't want me to have my license, right? I mean, but there were just consequences for what I did, right? And like, it only makes sense for me to pay the consequences to obtain my license back, right? But back then I thought that it would just never happen, and it took somebody else to be like, dude, like, we could do this, right? For me to be able to open my mind to think that, okay, this is possible,
And then you get to be that for other guys as well.
Yeah.
What do you think, just in your mind, is the most impactful thing that Recovery Resources does? In your own words.
So what it did for me when I was in the program is what it did for me was give me like a little nudge, to be a better person, right? To go out of my way to do the stuff that I don't want to do, right? And it ended up being the stuff that I needed to do all along, right? But a guy like me needs that like little push, right? And I got it when I was here, and I see that today with the other guys, right? They need that, right? Because I mean, for me, I just gave up on everything, right? Because it seemed so unattainable in my mind that I just gave up, right? And just said, oh well, just not gonna do it, I guess. And so
The most important thing would be that the nudging.
nudging.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, step work, right? I don't know, in my opinion, that's the most important part, but, I don't know. I didn't really want to hit on the step work in the...
Yeah, that's, I mean...
My bad.
No, I get it. It's like the military secret thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
weirdest thing, too. The thing that helps the most is the one thing that we often don't want to speak on because I guess it's what everybody says, but at the end of the day, that's all we got.
I mean, yeah, dude.
What else is there?
Can you redo the question?
What in your own words, what do you think it is that Recovery Resources, the most important thing that Recovery Resources does?
So I hear about it like when I go into the treatment center, right? Recovery Resources has a lot more structure than the other sober livings, right? And I'm not trying to bash the other sober livings. Like, I mean, dude, I know plenty of people that have made it through the other organizations, right? But and they make a good point. There is a lot of structure, right? I mean, we got curfews, we got the mandatory house meetings 3 days a week, right? And what I see is the biggest difference, right, are the directors that actually care, right, that want to talk to each individual person every week, right, to make sure that the program stays healthy. The people that are in it that are like they give them that nudge I was talking about, right, to be a better person. Like, everyone in the program gets the attention that they need, right? And a lot of people, they may not like that at first, but it ends up being like a really good friendship in the end. Makes sense.
Yeah. It's very personable
Yeah.
and authentic.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's real.
Yes. Yes.
It's been such a long time being like not me, like a fake version of me, and then I get here and I found out that like I can be authentic. It's okay,
Yeah.
right? They'll still love me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You currently, with recovery resources wise, what are you most excited for?
Virginia. At the moment, it's Virginia. Yeah, because we go up there for these meetings, man, and they're like, dude, we need this so bad. I'm like, yeah, everywhere needs this, in my opinion. But yeah, because we tried it in Gate City and they weren't going right, and I feel like if we go up to Duffield and make a decent impact and set the good example, right, that like this is what we do, right, and maybe we can get our foot in the door in Gate City, but I don't know. I just see it as a really big opportunity to help a lot of dudes that could use the help.
And otherwise don't have it, obviously.
Yeah.
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 Thank you for doing this.
You're
It's
welcome.
been a long time since we've had an interview with you.
Yeah.
The first one, and now currently the last one.
Yeah.
So, love you, man. Thank you.
Love you too, buddy.